Okay, I just show you a game from Bad Niendorf, 1934, in which, for the first time, they use this chess set. The game that I show was by Stalberg, a Swedish grandmaster that would become grandmaster, because I think maybe in 1934 he wasn't a grandmaster. I don't think FIDE had the grandmaster title. I'm not sure. And that tournament was played only between Germans and Northern Europe players. In the book there are no games of that tournament. I want to see them because it's the first time this chess set has been used in history. Notice, in that time, for this tournament, Bad Niendorf, it was the only chess set they had of this type. After that, it would be mass-produced and everybody could buy it. But for Bad Niendorf, only the chess player that played in that tournament had this chess set. So that's the interesting part for me. Stalberg Gideon is white and he plays against Reinhard Heinrich. Kind of Henrik twice. Boom. Okay, d4, knight f6, c4, and now we see something exciting, right? The Budapest gambit, e5, d takes e5, knight e4. Generally, my understanding is that the Budapest gambit is not correct, because when I tried to learn it, some grandmaster friends, everybody told me, don't do it, you're just wasting your time, it doesn't work. So, okay. Which is different sometimes from other type of gambits, like maybe the Albin counter gambit, that can be very, very sharp. Knight d2, knight c5, and knight g f3. Okay, so by move 5, it's interesting, knight c6 and knight b3. It seems it was a novelty. Before they play g3, because obviously they want to develop the bishop, castle, and so on. Okay, what did the black play at this point? Oh my god, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. He played f6. Why? Why would you do that? I don't know. E takes f6. Obviously, I believe that we all agree that white is better, because also after it takes back, he has lost a pawn for nothing. I don't really see the development advantage here, but maybe I'm wrong, okay? g3, knight e4. Okay, this knight continue to be moved. When it will be exchanged, it will become clearly a big problem, because you have moved it f6, e4, c5, e4 again. I don't know. And what did he play? a3, f3. Okay, so because there was bishop b4 and then they were too many on d2 maybe. Boom. Okay, knight e5, trying to obviously give checkmate, bishop g2, and knight takes c4. So white seems has given back the material to have a better development. It seems that here white continue with a castle, but for logic maybe this was a very interesting move to play, right? Because how does he save those one over two? He needs to play this, but then white takes back, right? However, the advantage here is that at least he has opened a little. Well, I don't know. It doesn't seem. I think if you have a computer, check, because maybe queen d3 was definitely better instead of castling. And yes, as you can see, then black plays this, which means he wants to play d5 to avoid probably queen d3, right? Knight fd4, because nobody is sleeping and the attack is always coming. d5 and queen c2. So tack, tack and take back, right? So you gain a piece here, so it's kind of dangerous. Knight e d6, blocking this in. I'm sorry, we are at move 13, the king is in the center, white is gonna surely take advantage of that. I'm sure he's gonna do it. Bishop f4, bishop e7, and of course now you can pause, you can decide what you want to do, but it's kind of logical. When the king is in the center and you have a development advantage, why white has a development advantage? Because all the pieces are out, the rooks are connected. Instead, black still has to develop this to connect the rooks to castle, so it's 3 tempi behind. Obviously white played e4. Okay, after d takes e4, as we can see now, white is giving material refuting that gambit. After this, what do you think white would play? And so pause a little, think for your 3 minutes like I generally do, and then come out with a move that white would play. There is a beautiful move, which is obviously not bishop takes e4, okay? White played knight take c6. And I would say, boom, that is my trademark. B takes c6. Obviously, instead of b takes c6, maybe also queen takes b2 was to be considered. I don't know. The problem here is the following, that after b takes c6, there is bishop takes d6, and now what do you do? Because keep in mind, if you take here, obviously this is gone, right? I don't know. In the game it was played queen takes d6, obviously followed by queen takes c4. So white have lost nothing, and the advantage here is that black cannot castle. This is shaky. These are 2 isolated pawns. It's enough, honestly, to tell you that white will win, because he has a lot of stuff that he can target and take out of the board and gain material advantage. The game continues with bishop e6, queen c2, and now he finally is able to castle, but it's a little too late, because rook a d1 obviously bring black to understand that what do you do now? Queen e5, knight d4, e3, knight takes e6, forking, e takes f2, rook takes f2. Now you cannot play this because you lose that, so he goes back. Yeah, queen c7. but there is this. Check, take, and the game is over with this, right? It takes here, but then white plays queen c6, and here black decided to resign. I think it's valid to resign because you have this problem, and then obviously they can attack you. Definitely he has a better position, apart the quality. He has a quality and a pawn on the side, so Stallberg played a good game, but honestly, black started with this gambit that didn't give him nothing. So in a sense, also playing without giving the material back, but developing all your pieces was Stallberg's best choice. And in the time, obviously, they didn't have an engine to tell them how to play against it, right? So I hope you enjoyed it. Once more, this chess set was used for the fourth time in this tournament that was won by Stallberg, and so that's why I'm showing you all these games. In the book they are not there. I fought a couple of games just to show us this. The fourth time that it was used would have been very important. Thank you very much for watching.